Hey guys, we're back with our no prep drag build series. Next we're going to be doing the wheelie bar, and I think we're going to throw some tires on this. Start making it look a little bit more like a drag car. So the wheelie bar that I'm going to go with this one is the Proline one with the single wheel on the back. Obviously there is multiple wheelie bars that you can go with. STRC, Exotech, Hot Racing, GPM, everybody's making them. I'm just going with the Proline one. It's simple, relatively inexpensive, and seems to do quite well. I don't know if you guys can see that. Remember, you can get all these parts, rcmadnesstrackandhobby.com. Got all this stuff in the shop today. We're gonna just take this out here. It's your wheelie bar. It's all plastic. Nothing too fancy, but it gets the job done. You are going to need some screws for this. And it comes with, right there, spare wheel, some washers, and some screws. The washers are to space the wheel right there. So we're going to go ahead and install it. I just need the screws for now. It's a pretty easy install. It's only 4 screws. I'll try to do it so you guys can see. If you look at it, it's got mounting holes in the bottom there for 3 different positions, up or down. I don't know if it shows you anything in here. No, it doesn't. All right, so I'll put it on. Kind of figure out where you want it. Obviously, it's going to have to be adjusted once we put our tires on it, which we'll go over in a second. So I'm just going to tack it on for now. But it just lines up in those holes. Gives you cap head screws with it here. I'm going to set it to the highest setting for now. Obviously we're going to adjust that when we do our wheels and tires. Like so. Proline wheelie bar installed. It's just the 4 screws that go on the rear, I guess, motor guard. And it can be adjusted up and down with those 3 positions. But I am just going to leave it high for now. We're going to go over the tires. So our front setup is going to be Proline Pomotas, J Concept Hotties, and we're going to throw some hexes on there, 3654. Go ahead and pull off the old tires, which you can use. There's no problem with these tires, honestly, if you're going to use them. I just like the matching black rims for mine. It's a little bit of a fashion show, let's be honest. If it looks good, it goes good. Maybe. Hit. Alright, so these wheels just sit on pins. So you can save those. The hexes do come with theirs. You can use the ones that comes with, the ones on it. It's the same pin. It's all Traxxas. So I'm just going to throw these on there now. Those 3654. I think STRC makes an aluminum set for the front and the rear. They come in the same pack. I can see getting aluminum ones for the rear, which we're gonna have to put on with the new rims in the back anyway. But you probably don't need aluminum ones to the front. It's not like there's much pressure on them. just snap on like that. Sorry, take me a minute. These pins, they like to fall out. There we go. Oh, we just got the front hexes on there. These are the wider hexes. They do sell the black ones, which are a little skinnier. I just have used the gray ones in the past, so that's what I've thrown on this one. We'll go ahead and get the front tires set up. You are going to need some glue to glue these tires. Just for the sake of the video, I'm not going to glue them right now. I'll glue them later. So these are the J-Concept Hotties 3193.05. Check those out. J-Concept does have rims as well. They're pretty nice. I just had Proline rear, so I went with Proline fronts. They're not even the same spokes anyway, so it didn't really matter. But these rims are the Pomona's 2775.03. Check them out. Anything will really work. I just like these ones. So we're just going to throw these on. It would probably be advantageous if you clean this with some alcohol or something to help them stick a little better. I'm just going to toss them on now for the sake of the video. I do have a tire gluing video if you guys want to go check that out. So I'm just going to mount these up. These ones aren't directional, but if you do get tires, just double check the tread to see if they're directional or not. These are just drag racing fronts, so I don't really need much direction there. The hex, we'll just bolt them on and see what these look like. Spin free, nice and free. Make sure nothing binding up. Definitely don't want to be dragging our front tires around on the strip. Make sure we get that hex lined up. There we go. Starting to look like something. Nice. Again, you're going to want to glue those. They'll come flinging off. And we got our back tire set up. I went with Proline on the back too. No, Proline did not sponsor me. They're just making what's working at the moment. J-Concept does have some nice tires as well. They just came out with a new lineup of rims and tires. Check them out, the Mambos. I do like them as well. They'll probably be in a future video. But anyway, we're doing the Traxxas Proline split 6 bead locks. I like the bead lock because you can change the tire and keep the rim. They're a little more expensive up front than going with the glued ones, but you can use them multiple times. Or if for some reason you break a rim and your tire is brand new, you can still use your tire because those, they're a little pricey. It's 36 bucks set of tires. These are the Proline Reactions. These are my favorite ones at the moment. See if I can get these out. See if I can show you the belt in them. I'm not sure if I'll be able to. Let's see if I can pull this apart. Some thin foam in there. Yeah, I can flip it around. So you can take a look in there. That's what's inside the tire. So it's got that nice Kevlar belt in there and some ribs on the sidewall. Super sticky too. Nice uniform belt. Super strong. I can barely stretch them. So that's why I went with these tires. Also got a lot of my friends. Shout out to them, the Drag Club. You know who you are. So we're going to mount those up. Proline split 6. Not too hard to mount. I'll try to do it quickly as possible. But they come in a 3-piece. They got 2 screws holding them in already so they don't flap around. And there's the extra screws in the bag. Get the car out of the way for now. So I'll probably do one for you and then do a little editing maybe to get the other one so we don't have to sit here and watch me mount 2 tires. We're gonna pull these screws out. They do just come with the red ring. In the future, I'll probably maybe soak these in acetone or something and paint them black. Just the red's not really going with whatever I'm gonna do with this car. So they come in 3-piece like that, and the screws. The tire, just push this in the back side. So you just gotta work it around. That belt doesn't make anything easier. Stretch it around this piece. Just work at it. So now the bead, I don't know if you guys can really pick up on it, but the bead is now on basically the inside of this piece, and they're gonna pinch together with this guy. Make sure the bead stays in the groove when you put that back side on. Make sure it behaves. The bead to sit in here nice. I don't know, I peeled this back so you guys can see it, but there's little teeth in the rim here that sit into the bead so they grab real nice and don't slip, which a lot of guys don't see. So that's why I peeled it back so you guys could check that out. Make sure that foam doesn't get stuck between anything. So we should be sitting like that, close to the screws. I know it's a little tricky to pick up on. Then we're gonna put our ring on. Try to line it up. There's more screw holes in the rim than there are in the lock, so get it started with one. Be careful with these screws because I have had them strip the rim out before. So what I do is usually start them all and then slowly go around and tighten them. If you just try to drive one in, it's too much pressure, and it'll just strip out the hole, in my experience. So I'm just working around getting them all started. So now that we got them all started, I'm just gonna work my way around. I do it in like a star pattern, like a real car. Slowly. Eventually they bottom out. Now I'm going to go around with a hand tool. Just make sure that they're all tight. Make sure you didn't miss one, like that one right there. Last thing we want is our tire flinging off the line. There we go. So that's mounted on the reaction. Bead's tucked in the back nicely. It's tucked in the front. That's not going anywhere. So now I'm going to throw the other tire together and we'll be right back to mounting them. All right, so we got both of them mounted up, ready to go on the back of our car. We'll go ahead and take off the rear tires. Again, the Bandit just comes with pinned rear tires and front tires. So you're gonna have to get some hexes, which I do have. I'll show you in a second here. Pin fall out. Keep those for a rainy day. All right, So I grabbed the aluminum hexes for the back of this car. I think it's a decent way to go. The Traxxas ones here, these are 1654X. The problem with the plastic ones when you're doing the drag racing is obviously it's very high traction in the rear. Sometimes it'll melt the pin out of the backside. I think these go for about $9 opposed to just getting the other ones, which are about $2 or $3 just for the stock plastic ones. But at this point, if we're building it, you might as well just get the metal ones, call it a day, because you're gonna go through 2 or 3 sets of the plastic ones and maybe trash a tire in the meantime. We'll go open these up. Again, these come with more pins. You're gonna have more pins than ever by the time you're done building these. I'm just using the ones that it came with here, as they're all the same. Slide the hex over. The aluminum ones don't really pop on like the plastic ones, so just be careful. Hex on the back. At this point, if you do have aftermarket axles, probably not a bad time to throw them in. We'll probably be doing something later with that. But the reason, another main reasons we went with the Bandit here is the width. The way the bodies fit on these cars, if you run these slash arms, they're just too long and they hang outside the body. These, the Bandits already come narrow. So if you're converting a slash, make sure that you put the Bandit arms on there, or find a body that'll accept the wider width, which is not really easy without hacking one apart. Get this wheel not started. There we go. There we go, nice and tight. So there we have it. So now we got wheels and tires and wheelie bar on our no prep build from a Traxxas Bandit. So we check out that wheelie bar. Now that we got some big tires on there, we're still sitting kind of higher than I'd like, so we're gonna probably go and do a little work on these shocks, if not upgrade them. Our wheelie bar is about a mile off the ground back here, and she's a little soft. We're probably going to end up just modifying these Traxxas shocks with some limiters and heavier oil just to keep it a little more budget oriented. But Proline makes some nice shocks. That would probably be a decent upgrade. But that's for another video. Thanks for watching, guys. There will be more parts to the no prep drag build, so stay tuned. We'll see you in the next one.